Good morning, dear students. This is the sixth video of Economics, Chapter 3. Chapter name is Poverty as a Challenge, and this video is for the student of Standard 9. Students, I hope you all are fit and fine. As you know that we read in our previous video about the causes of poverty and effects of poverty. So we will discuss from there only. Once again, just recall what we read in our previous topic. Causes of poverty, so population, growing population, then import, okay, then prices are rising, unemployment, social factors, okay. So this is the other way to understand about the causes of poverty. Now how we measure poverty, measurement of poverty, you can just see over here. First is the expenditure method and second is the income method. Under this, it means the expenditure method. Under this, the minimum food requirement for survival is estimated. It means one person in how much money he can just survive, okay, how much he is invested in the food, that is estimated. The food value is converted into calories, okay, on the basis of the rural livelihood and the urban livelihood. Then the calorie value of food is then converted into the money value, that is in rupees. So this is the method of expenditure by which we can just measure the poverty. It means according to the potential and according to the work of the people, whatever he or she is engaged in, how much calorie is required by their body for their sustenance. So that calories will be just converted into the money value, and according to that only we understand that whether the person is in the state of poverty or in the condition of poverty or not. So this is the first one. Now let's see the second one, the second method, that is the income method. You can see here this method is used by the government while distributing food through PDS at the local level, okay. Under this, a poverty line is fixed by the government. All the families whose total income is less than the poverty line fixed by the government are called below poverty line people. So one line only government has fixed to call the person who belongs to the below poverty line or above poverty line. So that is on the basis of the income of the people. So in this way, the person who are just visiting the ration shop and just giving the details of their family member, their earning, so they are getting the ration card. Government used to organize the PDS, public distribution system, okay, and this way the PDS used to distribute the food grains among the people. Next is poverty line. The poverty threshold or poverty line is the minimum level of income deemed adequate in a given country. In practice, like the definition of poverty, the official or common understanding of the poverty line is significantly higher in developed countries than in developing countries. Already we have read about the relative poverty, students. So when we just recall the previous definition of the poverty, so poverty line can be different in different countries, okay. If the developing countries will compare their poverty line, so obviously it will differ from the underdeveloped countries. And if developing country will just compare their poverty line with the developed country, okay, not the underdeveloped, so in that case their poverty line will just vary, okay. The common international poverty line has in the past been roughly as $1 a day, okay. So that was the international poverty line. And you should know one thing, students, that when our country got the independence, at that time the dollar and the rupee value was same, but now you can see the dollar value just increased and it remains between 70 to 80 rupees or 60 to 80 rupees, okay, $1 value. So you can estimate that how different countries just observe the poverty line. In 2008, the World Bank came out with a revised figure of 1.25, okay, $1.25 at 2005 purchasing power parity. This triple P full form is very much important. Determining the poverty line is usually done by finding the total cost of all the essential resources that an average human adult consumes in 1 year. Okay, so to just calculate the poverty line, you will have to estimate whatever the resources used by particular person in that year. Okay, in 1 year. The largest of these expenses is typically the rent required to live in an apartment. So historically, economists have paid particular attention to the real estate market and housing prices as a strong poverty line factor. So in this video we discussed about the poverty line, that you can't just fix the poverty line for different countries that we have read. According to the UN, earlier poverty line was just different. International poverty line was fixed to $1 only, but nowadays it is fluctuating. Why it is fluctuating? We all know that countries are becoming more developed, their currency value is increasing, as well as they are educated, they have the infrastructure, they have sufficient job, okay, and more important, they have resources which they are utilizing for the development process. So this way you can understand that poverty line will just vary. We read also about the measurement of the poverty, that is the expenditure and the income. In expenditure, we calculated that we estimated the food requirement or the calorie consumption, we calculated or converted into rupee. In income, we just saw that what is the basic income, and after that we calculated that how this basic income is ensuring the government that how many people are coming under the BPL or APL. So this is the end of the video, students. Thank you for watching.